These niggas is what y'all what y'all what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? We back. Y'all hear the Glock in the background. Boom. Cool. Boom. What's up? What's up? What's up? So we talking about what's up, y'all? Good before I get to yapping my lips and running off at the mouth. I hope y'all vibing. It's late night and we on live. I'm bored. So I said I was gonna hop on live and chop it up with you guys. So uh, you know, so let's talk about it. Javante Davis and Terrence Crawford got into a little argument of banter today, and we know I'm trying to find it. Tank like to delete his messages. You know how that be with him. But I know somebody screenshotted it. I do know that. Oh, I don't want a video. I guess, yeah, I see it. You need it. Can you, how you, I want you. Cool, I'm pretty sure y'all can see that video, though. And y'all can see it. And they was just basically, talking about, Tank tried to say he made more money than Bud and, you, which is, I mean, both of you guys making money, so you kind of and you see people like, oh, Tank would beat Bud and he would hurt Bud, and I was just like, bro, please. It is other things that's going on from y'all watching. Y'all, I do not want to see Bud even grace the ring with Javante Davis. It was just a total mismatch in size, and that's no knock to Tank. I feel the same way with you know uh with Terrence and Canelo. I've been an avid guy on. I feel like weight is very serious. Hold on. Gotta get the bottle. The bottle gotta make an appearance. My bad. My bro be hating on the bottle, y'all. And I don't know why he hates on the bottle. He's a hater. Like, look, this. I don't know why this is even like he worried about the guy's ache. Why you worried about all that, bro? That doesn't even matter. Like, you know, like, and it kind of looked like Tank was salty about the Ring Magazine or Ring Awards, which is kind of crazy. I mean, he kind of cut ties with Ring, so I don't know why he's having this fallout about it, but I just didn't understand trying to compare money and because can we really compare it? I mean, both guys pretty much they ain't really they ain't Elon Musk. Boxing money runs out. Oh my gosh. I see my girl. I hope y'all didn't see my girlfriend text message. Let me, she will, you know. But I didn't see the point in comparing money, because we didn't see plenty boxers go broke. Y'all ain't making real money, and y'all output is crazy. So as far as spending, you guys and Crawford made a good point. Like I got more money than you, but I bet I'm on more investments. That seems like he know what he's doing with his money. So, he seems like he has his head on, straight when it comes to that type of stuff. And it is what it is. I just didn't like this from Tank. It seems pretty immature, but I told you, he still got that, young mindset, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. Like, I mean, Terrence made a valid point. Like you asking for that Ryan rematch because you're not getting no money like that with Frank Martin and Hector Luis Garcia. You're not getting that. Rolly ain't getting you that super bag you really looking for. So, you know, Terrence is kind of right. Terrence did fight Earl Spence, and I'm pretty sure he got comped very well for that fight. You know, fought Madrimov, he got comped very well for that fight. So, Terrence isn't doing bad. And it ain't like Tank is just selling 1 million pay-per-view guys. I told you, since Ryan Garcia, who has he done 1 million with? So, it's does it seem like a little bit of jealousy from you guys? In my opinion, it does. Seems like a tad bit of jealousy in my opinion, but I could be wrong. It looks like that though, you know. Like it looks crazy because I'm we know the fight had never happened. Is it jealousy? Because Crawford is getting love and you know. See, look, imagine Javante Davis went up, un- bro. The delusion. I love X, bro. If y'all get on X and watch the boxing fans on X, bro, it's hilarious. You know, and you guys knew Javante Davis was gonna delete that tweet. Y'all always delete it. So I'm glad that you got guys smart enough and witty enough to go and get on Tank's tweet. So he's not able to delete them. But look what Mike Coppinger said. Outside of Ryan Garcia fight, Terrence Crawford has earned multiple more than Javante Davis for his bout with Madrimov and Spence compared to Tank's bout with Frank Martin, Hector Luis Garcia, and the upcoming bout with Roach. And Tank didn't like it, so he tried to get on Coppinger. Coppinger, why you on there with Coppinger? It looks crazy from his point of view, and it kind of gives you my boy Tank looks like he has, short man syndrome. I mean, I'm a short guy, so they try to say we got short man syndrome, but I don't think I have it. I'm a pretty chill guy. In all honesty, I'm a pretty chill guy. But yeah, y'all can see it. It's crazy. And I'm pretty sure they might have been calling Tank. I mean, who doesn't want Tank on their platform? He does bring a lot of eyes, but the mindset he has, he definitely wrecks a lot of relationships. And I'm pretty sure they probably didn't call you because Turkey out of Sheik. Y'all didn't start off on the best foot, but I'm pretty sure Turkey out of Sheik would work past it. But Al ain't letting Tank walk anywhere without heavy compensation. So if you guys ever think we're gonna get a Turkey out of Sheik and Javante Davis on a Turkey out of Sheik card, y'all got something totally wrong. That's probably never gonna happen, in my opinion. And it is what it is. I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. My boy Ellaby. Shout out to Ellaby. My boy Ellaby does he rides with Tank. But I think he kind of knows. He knows that Tank doesn't, Tank doesn't just bully Terrence when it comes to financial. And don't let Terrence get this Canelo fight. We get this Canelo fight, it's a totally different conversation. So, I think this is more of Tank being, a little salty about their Ring Magazine situation, the Ring Award situation. He's real. Like, bro, brunch boxing, no dish. Tank ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. He knocked out Martin, huge accomplishment. Shakur ain't proved nothing, and furthermore, owes De Los Santos a rematch. I don't know about that one, Tommy. You know, what has Frank Martin done besides getting stopped by Tank? You know, he beat Michelle Rivera. That was it. But you know, a lot of people thought he lost to Artem. You know, Artem. Shout out to my boy Artem. And Shakur improved nothing. I mean, Shakur did fight Oscar Valdez in a unification fight, and you know that was for the lineal championship at 130. We've never seen Tank in a you know, a lineal title fight, or you know, a unification fight for that matter. You know, and that's no knock to Tank, but you know, I'm talking about Terrence Crawford and Javante Davis. That's, you know, two different things. Like, you know, I ain't said, you know, I wasn't really discussing Tank accomplishments. You know, uh, so you know, I don't know why that was a left field comment. You know, my dog, that was left field. But you know, I think this fight, this is one of these mythical fights. We're not seeing these. Terrence is 38. He's about to retire. I don't think Tank is. Why would he just, you know, jump up to 47? Why? It's just no point for him to do it. I wouldn't even let him get close to Terrence Crawford. It's, you know, look, you see the fans what Javante finna do to Terrence Crawford when they see each other. Bro, like y'all crazy. Like I don't think it would be like that, you know, if they did cross paths. You know, I think it's more of him, you know, those guys being salty. You know, you can tell he's kind of bothered that, you know, guys are working with Turkey Al Sheik and getting money with Turkey Al Sheik, which is insane. I don't know why. You know, and Turkey Al Sheik definitely said he's willing to work with Tank. So that's what. Hold on, guys. Turkey Al Sheik definitely said that, you know, he's willing to, you know, do something with Tank, but you know, Tank started off, you know, on the wrong foot with you know, I want the two Ferraris and I gotta have the two Ferraris, which why do you need two Ferraris, you know, to, you know, you know, do business with Turkey Al Sheik. You know, I'm pretty sure if he was compensated, Al would let him go over there. Al would most definitely let him go over there. So, you know, that's what's confusing to me. You know, I think it's a little bit of jealousy in my opinion, which I don't like. You know, I think because Tank is talented for sure. He's talented. I don't know why this ball. You know why? Eh, I don't know why. Look, see, Terrence Crawford. I don't think Terrence Crawford would even entertain it. You know, Terrence Crawford. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. Yes, sir, but really don't, because Tank and Crawford. Thank you, bro. It's just drama, Tommy. It's those guys aren't. They're not finna lock horns and actually fight. Hey, for what? Because it's not gonna get. It's not gonna give Terrence Crawford, if you know, Terrence Crawford is, he's 38. What is he look? What is he gonna fight him at a catch weight? It's delusional. You know, I see. That's why Terrence Crawford right here. You know, he kind of deferred and said, "Bro, go fight Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, which are, you know, way more realistic fights. You know, in my opinion, way more realistic fights, in my opinion. I don't know why. You know, I would love to see, you know, those get talked about, and it's basically on, you know, Keyshawn. You know, he's about to get the title. When is it? February 14th, something like that. February something. It's mid-February for sure. He's about to fight Dennis Berenchnik for that IBF scrap. I mean, what is it? Yeah, IBF at 35. Yeah, and yeah, so he's gonna get that, and he's gonna beat him. But I don't see Tank going out his way to unify with those guys. He might try to unify with Shakur because, I mean, if Lomachenko retires, which he's flirting with it. A lot of guys don't know, Loma is flirting with retiring. So it's definitely a possibility that it could happen that Loma retires and we never get that Tank fight, because I think Loma is more of, I'm not gonna say, I think he might be he might be being a little spiteful when it comes to fighting, Javante Davis. He might be a little spiteful. He might be a little spiteful because you know he might be a little spiteful because Tank didn't go out his way to fight Loma in 2017, 2018. And a lot of people thought that that it was Mayweather, which Mayweather was kind of protecting Tank, saying that Tank was young, and which was smart. But it's been years, like it went from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, okay, 2022. He finally called Loma out in 2024. Like, I can see why Loma didn't jump to fight him. Like, Loma definitely earned that. Why? Loma had been beaten with 3 times, had been beaten 3 times. Why would he jump, and fight Tank? So I it's like that in boxing, it's a lot of BS. I think this Terrence Crawford Tank drama, it definitely was spicy that day. It was, I can't say it wasn't. It was most definitely spicy, you know. Like, Brian Norman says Tank has more punching power than Terrence Crawford. Okay, I guess Brian Norman. I guess, but that's a mythical fight. You guys ain't getting that. I can let that go. I do think, uh if you guys ask me who was mature about the arguments, Crawford was the more mature guy. I mean, I don't think he did anything, outlandish and disrespectful, or said anything. I mean, cause Big Tank fight now is Keyshawn. I mean, do you really think he's just, do you really think he's jumping out the window to fight Keyshawn? I mean, Keyshawn just sold 11,000, if I'm not mistaken. Is that my G-Shock? My G-Shock alarm is going off. It's 12. Oh, we late night. For sure we late night trapping. It's 12 where I met you guys. But is he gonna really jump out his window to go fight Keyshawn, Tommy? Like, Keyshawn just sold 11,000 in Norfolk. What? How many fights does he have? Like, hold on, 1 second, 1 second. What, he got, like 10 fights, 11 fights? Yeah, Keyshawn is tough. He's definitely tough, and I think he's real skilled. You know, and he's a real big lightweight. You know, I think he's a very skilled and big lightweight, and he could give Tank a lot of trouble, because if you guys watch a Tank fight, Tank is very he's very cerebral with his game. Like, he's not cerebral with his output. Like, he's throwing the land and hurt you. So if Keyshawn can keep him at bay, I think Keyshawn got a real good chance, against Tank. You know, by any means. I can't sit here and say he doesn't, for sure. But yeah, I definitely want to see some guys. I wouldn't mind seeing Tank fight. Shakur or Keyshawn. It's gonna be on does Al let Tank go out his way to work with those guys? Because it's on Al if Tank goes and work with those guys. You know, Al kind of got to give him the green light, even though he has a ton of say so. I'm just saying, Al isn't gonna put him in the worst situation at all. So don't let that go over your head. So, it's hard, and Shakur, pretty sure they don't want to be, you know, I'm pretty sure, Shakur them ain't gonna want just, no short offers, and people think, oh man, they turned down those contracts. Shakur turned down those contracts. But I mean, I would turn down those contracts if it's not what I want. But if you're gonna call a guy out, and that's what Shakur and Keyshawn, they put themselves in a real sticky situation, because if you're gonna call a guy out, you gotta accept whatever he send your way. Whatever contract he sends your way, you gotta accept it, because if you don't, all the fans are gonna look at you like you ducking. And even if you ain't. Even if the deal said, nigga, you gotta tie your left hand behind your back before you fight. They gonna be like, oh, you ducked him. Like, you don't know what was in that contract. So, it's sometimes, the contracts can be iffy. I hate that part of boxing. Don't get me wrong. I hate that part of boxing. We gotta, fend for fights, because contract negotiations and things like that. I don't like that at all. Look, Terrence Crawford told him, look, I got bigger fish to fry, grow some, and fight Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, and stop being scared. That's probably why you ran your girl over and beat her. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That was kind of crazy right there. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Like, but this first portion of it from right here, that's kind of, that's out my this. I don't really get into all that, but yeah, but basically he's saying, he's finna get this Canelo fight, and you should fight Shakur or Keyshawn Davis. Absolutely. You should definitely fight either one of those guys. It's good bump either way. It's good bump either way if you fight either one of those guys. Like, so I think that's really what we want to see. We don't want to see, tanking in no turns. Even though I feel like, it's low key pocket watch, and I ain't into all that. No, that's kind of why I'm on. I'm kind of, feel like Terrence was kind of right, because I'm not no pocket watch. I don't really worry about what the Knicks man got in his pocket. I need to be worried about what I got in my pocket. That's my mindset. But that's just how I am. I can't. You got a lot of OINs out here. They be worried about what you got. So, but it is what it is. Let's see. Let's move on. Gosh, let's move on. Let's see what my dog. We possibly are getting. Do I follow Devin Haney? I don't even know. On X, let me see. Oh, I don't even follow him. No, we'll follow Devin. I'll follow these guys because I don't be hating. But some of these guys can't get followed. Look, so they talking about. Look, he's on 10 already. As soon as I click his page, oh my God. And you could tell, that's possibly next, which I'm excited for, because, Devin gets a chance at some redemption, because, he feel like he didn't get a fresh shake. But look, Devin said Ryan don't want to do 365 testing because he think he finna take drugs and have enough time to cycle off. If he ain't got nothing to hide, then he will sign up for providing whatever drug company he chooses, and we test from now until the fight. Simple. See, like, I'm with that. If you don't know what cycling off means, that means you can take a drug for so long, and then once you need to take a good, a test, you stop taking the drug, water up, and you cycle off the drug for a while. It's not in your system, but that's basically what he's saying. And that's kind of why a lot of people think Ryan tested hot, because he might have tested for low doses of ostarine, but he might have cycled off of the drug. So that's a thing, and it shouldn't be a thing, but it's a thing. It's most definitely a thing. I I'm I definitely want to see the fight, because I want to see Devin Haney get some redemption for sure. Why not? You deserve it, but it's seeming to be on, because look, I guess he's not a duck, you know. And basically, Ryan and Devin wanted something. And I told you guys, they were basically just open negotiate. It was just open negotiations through the media. Ryan saying that, he got to drop the lawsuit for the fight to happen. And, Devin saying, he got to sign up for VADA, through the media. That was just open negotiations. If you guys didn't catch it or didn't see it, but that's all it was. It was open negotiations. And that's how, and with the Turkey Al Sheik, Turkey Al Sheik, I'm pretty sure the means he addressed this to both guys. Pretty sure he addressed this to both guys, and you see both guys, finally, you see them get with it. Devin drops the lawsuit. Then you hear Ryan or Garcia, agrees to VADA. I'm now you can tell it's both guys got something they want, and it shouldn't be no issue. Now, yeah. See, people didn't know I told you. See, I didn't lie. I told you it was 3 tests. People were arguing me up and down. See, Devin kind of been giving them flack, and about this. He's not let him live. Which I understand Devin's, his frustration. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying, Tommy. If Haney loses the rematch, he's done for. He's done for. He loses this rematch, he's done for. The fans are gonna grill him. It's gonna be hard for him to come back, because he got the loss expunged. Cool, you take another loss, but I mean, it's possible. AB bounced back. Adrian Broner bounced back. I think it'll be possible. I mean, it would just really one official loss. If he lost, it would be one official loss, but that would be it. I think the fans are gonna grill him, and mentally, I don't know how he would handle it. But if he gets a clean fight and Ryan Garcia beats him, ooh, it's gonna be sticky. It's gonna be a sticky situation. It's gonna be a sticky situation if Ryan Garcia goes out and beat him twice. Because the first fight, you can give Devin grace back, because Ryan missed weight. He missed weight, and I still gave Ryan credit before he popped hot. He missed weight, cool, but Devin didn't care. He took the money, which was idiotic. Like, he came in like 3 pounds overweight, like idiotic from Devin. Like I would have been like, nah, I'm straight. Like, cause like when you cutting weight, bro, when you at those last like half a pound, that makes a man out of you. Like, so it's if I see why, I don't see why Devin, like, you supposed to took that into heed, but I guess he felt like the money was bigger and better for him, so that was on him. I'm not mad at him for taking money. That's his business. That's his dealings. I don't think it was a good idea, but he took it. So before that, I was like, cool. Ryan still gets credit, but the test comes. I can't give Ryan credit after the test. After the test comes. I just can't do that. That's not in me. But I'm glad Devin is getting a shot. He got to make the best of this shot, because if he loses, the fans ain't gonna let him. Look, the fans not gonna let him live it down. I'm telling you, like, they gave him so much flack, and they didn't even credit. Ryan popped hot. They didn't care about that. They didn't care about the missing weight, bro. All they did was post, Devin Haney getting dropped, which I kind of didn't like. I don't know why Devin Haney gets a lot of hate. Is he that he got his dad in his life? Something like that. Like, bro got his dad in his life. You know, he's flashy. All these guys really flashy. I mean, so I'm trying to see why, Devin Haney gets so much flack. Is it that he's arrogant, confident, super cocky? I mean, if you're gonna be in this, you got to be confident. I wouldn't recommend anybody to box if you just one of those guys. That's first channel I found not hating on the Haneys every screen. Bro, I don't have no disdain for the Haneys. I'm not one of those guys. I think they, a guy he's in his child's life. I mean, the only thing that I think people just don't like that from him. Maybe he's arrogant or cocky, but I think he's a kid. I mean, he's young. Young and turn, do your thing. Like I don't like that. From a lot, I feel like a lot of fans get on it, and it's possible because guys got daddy issues. Guys ain't got good relationships with their father. That could be something totally different, y'all. So I don't got no disdain for that. I feel like he kind of get hated on for no reason. If you look at his resume, I mean, what has he done? This shows he's not trying to fight the best fighter. So I don't know why Haney gets a lot of flack. I don't understand it. You fought Lomachenko, you fought George Kambosos twice. Even though Ryan missed weight, you even got in there with Ryan. So I'd be confused with the hate, but it is what it is. But both guys really just want something right here. Y'all can see that. Ryan Garcia tells he was on the sign if dropped it, which what happened. Devin dropped the lawsuit, and see, like, yeah, I don't like this. Like, why do you want to start testing only 1 month away from the fight? Like, bro, that's fishy. Like, I see. I hold guys to a standard. Like, if you don't got nothing to prove, or you have no problem taking drug tests all year round, like you got to call out the BS sometimes. Like when Pacquiao said he was afraid of needles and he had tattoos, I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? Like, he got to be trolling us. Like, sometimes you got to pay attention to this. Like, this is insane. Like, bro, 1 month away from the fight. No, I think he dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped it. That's probably the only reason we got the news that the second fight is possibly going to happen, because Ryan said he wasn't going to fight him if the lawsuit didn't get dropped. So it's possible he dropped it, and it actually that lawsuit actually had some validity to it. So that's kind of why Ryan might have been so adamant that he dropped it. That giant possibly had some validity to it, and he possibly could have won. So that's possibly why he wanted to drop so bad. But this is you see then you hear news that Devin's calling out Jaron Ennis, and which I don't recommend, bro. In all honesty, I don't recommend Haney going up to 47 to fight Boost right now. And that's that's not saying he can't beat him, but right now, like in all honesty, I think you should take a tune-up before this Ryan Garcia fight. And if you think Boost is a tune-up, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't. No. Who knows? Boost would possibly be like, nah, I'm not trying to do that right now. Boost is whoever. I think Boost should get far away from Eddie Hearn, but that's just my opinion. I don't know why I feel like Eddie Hearn doesn't have Boost's best interest. I've been an advocate on saying that, but I have no reason to hate on the Haneys. I think they good people, I can't be mad at a father and son. You know, yeah. See, look, yeah, Tommy, you right, bro. He definitely needs a tune up for sure. Like, bro, you can't. I don't think he should just get in there and fight Ryan. After being out the ring for so long. You would be idiotic. In all honesty, you'd be idiotic to go fight Ryan without a tune-up. You know, it's some people you can't get your feelings involved. Like I know you want to beat them so bad, and you might not feel like you got a first shake in the first fight, but don't be idiotic and go do something outlandish trying to prove yourself. Like, cause you still have to answer those questions. You still got hit that night. Like, you still gotta see. I think, if Devin Haney really wants to get better, I think he should, his base of his legs, he needs to get his base of his legs, stronger. Even Ryan was trying to get a tune up before his suspension. Yeah. He was see, Ryan already knew it. Like, he was like, bro, I'm just gonna fight this little exhibition in December, and soon as my suspension up in April, I'm gonna be back ready, which was smart from Ryan Garcia. He got a short, short stint with his suspension. I thought a year was kind of soft, but these commissioning bodies don't be really on that. They be super, super fragile with that, punishment. But yeah, yeah. So you see Bill, they definitely feel like they got cheated. They feel like they didn't get a fresh shake, and that's probably why. And Bill talks a lot of. I don't know. Well, it's late now. I can, I could, cause I don't want YouTube to ban me or nothing like that. I ain't on that. Yeah, I ain't even monetized yet. I ain't on that. Y'all ain't finna ban me. But Bill talks a lot of mess, and people don't like that. People definitely don't like that, and that's probably why the Haneys get flat. But you see them bringing up all type of stuff on the Haneys. And that's when you're successful. Things are gonna happen like that. You're gonna have people that don't like you. That just don't generally like you, which is like that. You might not like it. It's like that though. You can't be like you can't be one of them ones and not have haters. It's just it is what it is. You can't be one of them ones. See, Ryan ain't said nothing on Twitter. See, the last thing he said, he called them desperate, which and that's before the news dropped of the lawsuit being dropped. So, I did think it was kind of funny from the Haneys that they was calling him a duck, and they still had the lawsuit over his head. So, once that dropped and that got dropped, I'm like, okay, I understand. I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I'm cool with the fight being announced now because it got dropped. But when I found out the lawsuit was still on, when it wasn't on his head, I'm like, y'all can call him, a duck, and y'all still got the lawsuit over his head. It kind of looks crazy. You make us look kind of away. Devin, y'all look away. See, look, it's. I feel like that fight was the biggest thing in 2024. So, a lot of people feel like Canelo and Crawford is the biggest thing since sliced bread. But my bad, I don't feel like that. I kind of feel like that's a mismatch, a lot of people feel like, oh man, Crawford and Canelo are 5'8", but bro, Canelo 5'8" is he might be 200 fight night. And Crawford's 5'8", he's a thin guy. Like, and we asking Crawford to box basically a perfect fight to get that done. And that's what we asked. We asked him for Crawford. Oh, you got to outbox a perfect fight to get this done. So, that's kind of why I look at this Haney and Garcia fight, Garcia 2 It's possibly the biggest fight of 2025. You know, that's my opinion. I think that I don't think I'm delusional in saying it. You know, I know both guys and both names are prominent. You know, both names are prominent. You know, you heard that you heard the you heard y'all see my brother. Y'all didn't see my brother. Y'all heard you heard the Terrence Crawford and Canelo. You heard you know, oh, this is a great fight. This is the best fight ever. But you gotta take effect that Crawford has an uphill battle. Like he has to move up 2 more weight divisions to get it done. So I just feel like it's not split 50-50 like that. You know, and Crawford's gonna have to go against the judges, you know, the ref, you know. It's not gonna be he's not gonna have a fresh shake in that fight. Did you guys I'm pretty sure if you guys go watch Floyd and Canelo and watch the old fight, you will see like that fight got scored a draw. Like, and I know for a fact Floyd might have swept him. He might have swept Canelo, and Floyd still got a draw. So, you know, Terrence is definitely taking an uphill battle. So, you know, that's kind of why I don't look at that fight like, you know, in the highest regard. You know, I don't look at it in the highest regard because of that one situation, in my opinion. So that's kind of why I'm big on this fight, you know, and I'm ready for it to get announced like officially, you know, it's for the flyer to drop. Cause I'm definitely gonna cover. I'm gonna cover. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna cover Terrence and Canelo, but you know, this is just what I think. I think this is the better fight in 2025. It's gonna be like how Canelo tried to move up in the Bivol fight, and no, I don't think Bivol was just too big. But I'm gonna tell you, as far as Canelo moving up to fight Bivol, I think Canelo just, you know, thought Bivol was weak. Like, you know, because Canelo was flirting with 75. He just thought Bivol was sweet, and Bivol wasn't sweet. You know, that was what happened. He thought Bivol was sweet, and Bivol wasn't sweet, and ended up losing. This is like you know, when guys move up to two different, like we watched Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence. Like, I know you seen Kell Brook versus Triple G. Like, just moving up 2 divisions is just a tall task. Like, you know, it's such a tall task. Like, and if you watch both of those fights, those guys just were out muscled. Now you seen back then, like, you know, a lot of guys used to move up, but it's hard nowadays because guys are cutting down so much and losing so much weight to get to these divisions. Jumping up 2 divisions ain't safe, in my opinion. You know, that's just my honest opinion. It's not safe. So, you know, look, Shakur, quick. Let me refresh the page, bro. I had seen some I wanted to address right quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Can Shakur Stevenson lure Lomachenko and Tank Davis into the ring? I said I wanted to talk about this. You know, I didn't do a video on it, but I said I wanted to talk about it. But, you know, Shakur, Turkey Al Sheikh set up a schedule for Shakur. And, you know, he was supposed to be fighting. He was supposed to be fighting William Zepeda, but it didn't happen. You know, William Zepeda is going to take the Tevin Farmer. Tevin, you know, he's taking the Tevin Farmer rematch, which I guess, you know, I don't really want to see it. I think William Zepeda is doing whatever he can to avoid Shakur Stevenson. And a lot of people think William Zepeda is the guy to beat Shakur Stevenson. You know, I don't see it, not one bit. You know, maybe I'm blind, or, you know, I don't think I'm going bad or something in the eyes, but maybe because he throws a lot of punches. But Turkey Al-Sheikh had it where Shakur was gonna get Floyd first. Then he was gonna fight Williams Zepeda and possibly try to line up the Gervonta Davis fight, for the next one. But Shakur Stevenson he's been on, in the news a lot trying to get this Tank fight, and he feels like that Tank isn't fighting the best competition, but Shakur doesn't have the best resume, He did beat Oscar Valdez, and that's probably his best win. They fought for a unification fight, and it was at 130. That's probably his best win, and he's a 3-division champion. But I don't see where he can get Loma and Tank in this year, because Loma is. I've been to every one of Kid Austin's pro fights. I think he got a chance. How did you feel about his last one? Do you really think it? Because I want to tell guys, because I like Kid Austin, no disrespect, but it's a different level, and not taking the right step up fights. If y'all in here, make sure y'all like the live for me. That's all I want you guys. Like the live for me. But can Kid Austin really, handle this level? Because I've never seen Kid Austin, and we can go look at his. We can go look at his resume right quick. I can. Hold on, I got you. We can go look at his resume right quick for you. I can show you his resume, but I just don't feel like he's taking the necessary fights. And that's not saying he can't be a champion, and he doesn't have a chance. I'm gonna address the chance he does have. Give me 1 second, but I gotta. Cool. Okay, this is Floyd Schofield's resume. Like these guys, like Jerome. This guy knocked Floyd down. And that's this isn't the highest echelon of lightweight. And that's no knock to Floyd. I do think he has a chance. Everybody has a chance when you get in there, but I don't feel like he took the necessary fights to set him up for this. Because before this fight, we heard Kid Austin, spurring off that, man. I want to fight Tank Davis. I want to fight Tank Davis. I want to fight Tank Davis. Me and Tank would be a great fight. Me and Tank is the next best fight. I can beat Tank. I can beat Tank. And then he gets dropped in this fight, and it goes to Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur Stevenson, the only reason the fight got made is because Shakur Stevenson entertained it. That's the only reason the fight got made, because Shakur Stevenson entertained it. Shakur really didn't have to take this fight right here, but he's giving a young gun a shot. Shout out to Shakur, because he didn't have to take, because this is a high risk, low reward for Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't get anything for beating Kid Austin, a guy who wasn't a champion. He's just gonna be he's really just at that contender level. He beat a contender, and that was something we would be expecting a 3-division champion to do. So it's really it's more Floyd's getting the benefit because he has nothing really to prove. He ain't got nothing to live up to. So if he go out there and give us an amazing performance, but if Kerr loses, it's more gonna hurt him. It's not gonna really hurt. It's not gonna hurt Floyd if Floyd gets beat. Look what he went. Look, he fought Renee Jerome, then went up to Shakur Stevenson. They're not gonna give him flack. They're not gonna give him flack or hate for doing that. They're not gonna hate on him for trying to get that done. Now Shakur loses, he's gonna get it. They already don't like Shakur because they feel like he's a Twitter guy, which he kind of does talk crazy on Twitter, and he doesn't let his hands go. He needs to let his hands go if he's gonna talk that crazy on Twitter. If you're gonna talk that crazy on Twitter, you gotta let your hands go. It's only one way. You can't be on Twitter, yapping like you do and let your hands go. But if Shakur Stevenson can win, he can stick around. And that's what I would be focused on. You know, I wouldn't care about how the fans feel about my style, how I win, how I get it done. You know, I'm gonna win, and you guys are just gonna not like me, because eventually they'll just pay to see you lose. And and when you get to that point, you know, if they paying to see you lose, they paying to see you. So, you know, you're in a good situation. But yeah, can he, you know, he has fluid nicks, and you know, he doesn't seem like he's too much worried about Floyd Schofield. You know, he seems supremely confident in beating Floyd Schofield, which, you know, I don't think that's the right mindset to have, because, you know, Floyd is gonna be hungry. This is a world title fight. He got you. If you guys said, I'm pretty sure he's seen what he got paid this fight, and you don't want to go from getting what you got paid this fight to back to what you was used to get. So, you know, it's gonna be a different. We might get a different Kid Austin. Who knows? So I don't think Shakur should overstep and overlook him. But I do think personally, Kid Austin is too green. I think he's too green. He didn't take the right fights before this step up. You know, before this fight. Now, that's just what I think. Now, the only chance I see of Kid Austin getting it done is him out hustling Shakur. You know, out hustling Shakur. That might be the only, because if this becomes slow and it's just round by round boxing, Shakur's probably beating him up. If you guys see the fight and it looks slow and it's, you know, you just see 2-3 punches at a time and reset 2-3 more punches at a time, it's probably Shakur beating him up, like, you know. But, you know, if it's a fast-paced fight, maybe Kid Austin has that slight chance, you know. They didn't come do the presser, and Shakur was bothered by that. But, you know, if he wants to get Loma and Tank in the ring, it starts with Floyd. You know, it starts with Floyd. If you guys are in here, make sure y'all like the live for me, man. Like the live. Take one quick second, like the live for me. But he has to get through Floyd. You know, I think it's like, how about we throw runs? Ooh. Who you think got a better chance? Kid Austin against Shakur or Roach against Tank? I think the Roach against Tank fight is a mismatch. Like, I think Tank should, like, get Roach out of here in 5. Like, Kid Austin might make it to the bell. Like, I think Kid Austin has a chance to make it to the bell. Like, but nah, I would have to say I would say Roach. I mean, Roach, I would have to say Roach, you know, because Roach was a champion at 130. Roach was a champion at 130. Kid Austin has never been champion. So, but, you know, being young and never lost, Kid Austin does have that. You know, he hasn't lost his O. So, you know, he could fight. He could, you know, fight hard. He could fight hard, but in my opinion, oh gosh, that's a good one, Tommy. I'm gonna say, because I've been talking so bad about Roach. So this is, I've been saying Roach is in a click, but I've been saying Kid Austin is a complete mismatch too. I think Kid Austin is super green, but, you know, I'm gonna say Kid Austin because he ain't never been champion. You know, at least Rose has been a champion. Even though I think Tank gets him out of here in 5, you know, I think he has a chance. And the 1, not the 2. How about we throw one? What you mean? You want to bump or something? You want to bump? Oh, okay. I thought you need to tell me you trying to bump. We can bump on my side. don't let me. Oh, hey, don't let this live fool you, boy. I don't know who you is, but we can bump for sure. Don't mind me trolling, but I am trolling. But yeah. As far as the Vasily Lomachenko fight, you know, Vasily is flirting with retirement. You guys, you know, he's flirting with hanging it up. I don't know if, you know, he has a lot left in the tank. You know, hold on 1 second, you guys. I don't know if, you know, Vasily got a lot left in the tank, bro. Like, and that's kind of why I was kind of irritated that the Tank fight didn't happen, you know. But he's 36. But if you guys, okay, oh, let me close that. My bad. Cool. Like if you guys like, bro, he has a lot of amateur fights under his resume, bro. So he's been fighting for a long time, bro. Like, so he's probably so tired of fighting and camps and all of that, So I can understand why, Vasily Lomachenko is, trying to hang it up and possibly flirting with it, because we wanted to see the Tank fight, and he gave us, he gave us a nice career, That besides, he was super cocky when it came to Salido. Definitely super cocky when it came to Salido, and he let Salido, he allowed Salido to miss weight, which I thought was idiotic. He allowed Salido to miss weight, and Salido, beat him, and he put the paws on Gary Russell, put hands on Gary Russell. No disrespect. He definitely touched Gary Russell up, So Loma has gave us a good career, I can't say he hasn't, he's 36, like Nicholas Walters, and Nicholas Walters, he got froze out and sat on the bench, and he got less for that fight than he deserved, And this would hurt me, because I feel like that Rigondeaux fight, they fought at 130, and everybody knew Rigondeaux wasn't a 30-pounder. Pedraza, he lost to Loma. Lost to Tio. He lost to Tio, but a lot of people thought, he was hurt, and he didn't throw a punch really to round 6 in that fight. He didn't throw a punch to round 6 in that fight. So Tio capitalized and got it done, but Andre Ward, I think Andre Ward might have scored that fight. I didn't score the fight. I think Andre Ward might have scored it a draw. Lomachenko had a real good back half of their career, and Loma was calling Tank out, around in here, in here. Like he was flirting with, and that's when Tank was in the Mayweather protection plan. They wouldn't give him my boy, the Loma fight, which I understand. Tank was young, but Tank was one of the youngest champions at the time, and Floyd didn't want to lose his investment, which is smart from a promoter. You got to have that type of mindset. You don't want to you don't lose an investment. But Loma had been calling Tank out. But as far as him and Shakur Stevenson, he would be getting the old Loma. He's already been beaten by Devin, and he already been beaten by Tio and Salido. You would basically you wouldn't be getting a Loma at his best. He just put pause on Cambosos, but you would be getting a vet Loma, and who knows if he has a good camp or how he's feeling. Could be a bad, it could give Shakur a lot of trouble. But Shakur's been advocate on that fight. He sparred Loma. He's been in the ring with him. They bumped. So I understand, Shakur wanting to get that fight. It's been in lightweight for a while. Why not? I understand it. I'm not mad at it. I definitely want to see it. I would watch it. I would, but I can see why Loma is flirting with retirement. It's getting to that age, but as far as Tank, it's as far as the Tank fight. If Shakur wants to fight Tank, he's gonna have to accept whatever Tank offers him, and if Tank offers you something, that you might feel like it isn't worthy, you might have to just accept it because you are clamoring for the fight. Shakur is clamoring for that Tank fight. And he's always in the news. He's always, saying he can beat Tank. That's the fight that's going to define him. And he's supremely confident, which you should be. You should be supremely confident in yourself. He's supremely confident in beating Tank. I understand, if you think you can get it done. But, you're going to have to accept whatever he sends you because he's the A side in the situation. Whether Shakur likes it or not, Tank is the A side. As far as popularity, I wouldn't say it's accolades. I think Shakur has more accolades than Tank. But as far as fan base, Tank has the bigger fan base, and it's gonna bring the bigger crowd to the fight. So Tank will be the A side, and then with Shakur constantly calling him out, it puts more pressure on him. As soon as Tank sends any offer, it could be whatever Tank wants to send. You gotta fight with your left hand behind your back, and you gotta just fight with your right hand, Shakur. And I'm only giving you $2 million. Even if you sign, you get that contract and you don't sign, you see in this BS, the fans are still gonna be expecting you to sign that contract, because all you do is get on her and say, "Oh, I want Tank fight. I want the Tank fight. I think the Tank fight is good for me. I can get it done. Me and Tank is the best thing. I think that fight is which it would be a big fight for Shakur. Don't get me wrong, but it's a possibility. He can lose in that fight. It's a high chance he can lose against Tank. And it's definitely a chance where the fight could go in Shakur way. But it's not gonna be easy. A lot of people think he should. I don't know why he doesn't. I would definitely just take this villain role. People don't like my style. They say I talk a lot on Twitter. Why don't you just adapt the villain role? It would be smart. It would definitely get you possibly faster to the big fights you want, but you don't have the most appeasing style, so you're gonna have to do something that makes the people want to watch you, Shakur. So he's in a tough situation, and I think the villain role would be good because he doesn't have an appeasing style. He likes to box. Fans don't like it. He don't get the knockouts, and the casual fan, they like to see somebody get knocked out, and the big knockout. That's what they don't understand the sweet science of the game. So Shakur is already starting at a disadvantage. He's starting at a disadvantage, and you got to adapt. But he's been adamant on getting this Tank fight and a big fight of any magnitude. But it's gonna start with Floyd. Can you beat Floyd Schofield? And even though you definitely should beat him, it's gonna be that. Can you beat Floyd Schofield? And that's that's the first step. But he thinks Floyd's not gonna show up, but Floyd's gonna show up. I'm pretty sure. I think there was a little bit of mind games. I think it was smart from Floyd. Because Shakur's in the media and he's doing a lot of talking, and all he's really talking about is Tank. If I'm Floyd, it's putting me in a perfect situation to pull something off. Because if you guys are here, make sure y'all like the live for me. Like the live. That's all I ask. But it definitely gives Floyd a chance to pull something amazing off. So, but Shakur seems supremely confident. he thinks, but I don't know. Floyd, it's gonna be a sight to see how Floyd handles the big fight, bro. It's gonna be a big card. The lights are gonna shine the brightest on. So, I want to see how he handles it, in my opinion. I do. Yeah, let's move on. What else did I had cool. Let's hold on 1 second, you guys. Boom. We just yes. Cool. We late night chilling, y'all. If y'all in here tapped in with me, shout out to y'all. I love you guys. Don't mind me being on her late night at 12. Well, what time is it's 12:45 where I'm at. I don't know what time. What time is it where y'all at? Hopefully y'all ain't up too late. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Gosh. Canelo versus Crawford. And this is the next big thing. Even though I feel like it's a mismatch, a lot of people want to see it. Are you in Houston? Bro, I used to stay in San Antonio. I went to college in San Antonio, but I've been to Prairie View, Texas Southern, Any small, I'm in the UH. I've, you know, I, I've done my thing in Houston. So, I definitely mess with Houston. So, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, Terrence Crawford and Canelo. This is what Terrence meant when he said he has bigger fish to fry. This seems like it's up next, and I'm one of the guys that's on the fence about it. Y'all might love it. Y'all are excited for it. I don't know how y'all think, but I'm not, excited for it. I think it's a mismatch. But a lot of people think Terrence has a shot. Terrence think he has a shot, and that's all that matters. I don't like that. How the media wanted Terrence Crawford to run the gauntlet, to get a fight. I don't know why Terrence Crawford had to run the gauntlet to get the Canelo fight. He's been two-time undisputed champion. He's a champion at 54. I think he's a 4 division champion. I don't feel like he had to go through David Benavidez, Dave Morale, go beat those guys. Why? It's guys way undeserving, way less deserving that got the Canelo fight. So, I didn't like that from the media at all. I think Terrence Crawford definitely deserved getting a shot. Even though I think it's far fetched, I think it might be too much for him. I think it's a lot of weight for him to go up and conquer. I think he was deserving of it. That's just my opinion. I stand firm on that. But as far as the fight, Eddie Hearn, he's coming out the blue saying that, Canelo versus Crawford only works for him in America. And I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they say it's most like, it's possibly gonna happen in Vegas. I definitely see that. I can see it happening in Vegas. But Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's trying to turn Saudi Arabia into the fight capital of the world, which is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's nothing like a Vegas fight. So Turkey has a tough task. He has a lot of money, but it's gonna be hard for him to conquer that. And Turkey Al-Sheikh has been getting a lot of flack, which I don't understand why. A lot of people don't like Turkey. Well, I feel like he's doing his thing. He stays out the way. So I mean, why give him flack? He's out the way, doing his thing. He chills. So I'm not a guy that's just hating on Turkey Al-Sheikh. So I think he's good for the sport. A lot of people think he's trying to take the sport, take boxing overseas. Which I mean, if he has the money and guys going over there, you got to deal with it. It's on you. But you can see Eddie Hearn. He understands. He wants to fight in the U.S. and Eddie Hearn's an overseas guy. So I think Eddie Hearn understands business, and putting a fight in Vegas, this type of fight in Vegas is the smarter thing to do. It's definitely going to be a big event, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of Canelo's stipulation. I mean, because he has a big Vegas fan base. So I'm pretty sure he's going to want that for sure. If anything, he's going to want that fight to be in Vegas, and I understand it. Why not? But people got to understand that this is a it's a business, and I think business wise, I'm not mad at the overseas, the Saudi right season cards, but this type of fight is possibly gonna happen in Vegas. It is what it is. I think Turkey doesn't mind that, as long as he has the fight. And Turkey Al-Sheikh has been doing everything he can to get this Canelo fight for Terrence Crawford. He's been kind of bending over backwards, but he's definitely, because Canelo said he didn't want to make the fight when Turkey made his first offer, but it seems like Turkey made up the offer and got Canelo willing to talk. So now the fight seeming to be on Knicks, and it's on Crawford. I don't think they're gonna come in as far as the fight. Bomac said that they were gonna come in about 160. I don't see them weighing 168 on the weigh-ins because all that weight, putting it on wrong, that's not the smart decision. Putting that type of weight on like that, I wouldn't do that at all. You could definitely benefit and lose a lot, from that. Why put that weight on and lose speed when you kind of come in light, and because I'm pretty sure the game plan is going to be the box, and he's going to have to box a beautiful fight. But I'm going to be rooting for him, for sure. They haven't dropped the official flyer yet, which they should. They need to get on that. They definitely need to get on that quick, because I definitely, want to tune in and drop it on, on the channel. I might drop it on my community tab so you guys can see it. You know, but yeah, I'm excited for Shout out to Eddie Hearn. I think he's a even though I don't think he's sometimes I think he's a bad person. Boots, he's smart with this. Why Crawford's best will be enough against Canelo. Okay, this might be one of the smarter articles by Chris. Okay, Chris, I don't know who you are, but this is one of the smarter ones. Because a lot of people see, oh, they're the same height. It's a close fight. He's gonna have to box perfect, and I don't think you guys understand boxing, how hard to box 12 round perfect is. Like, he could box 12 round and still lose. Like, Floyd boxed perfect and got a draw, and that's Floyd Mayweather. That was money made at the time. I gotta guarantee Terrence gonna go in there down 3 rounds, 2 or 3 rounds. We gotta take that into account. He's gonna be down 2 or 3 rounds. He is climbing a uphill battle. That guy's gonna possibly weigh 195 in there, 200. Who knows? He's gonna weigh 200 pounds in there. So yeah, I love Crawford, and I'm gonna be rooting for him hard. But a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's 5'8", he has those short," and Crawford does have some small advantages that he can take advantage of. But you guys gotta take size into play, man. And a lot of people thought, even though I didn't agree, a lot of people thought Madrimov gave him trouble. So we saying, oh, we gotta go up another 2 divisions. Like, if he somehow gets this done, why isn't he the greatest boxer of all time? Like, I don't think we understand the task he's gonna have to complete to get this done. Yeah, like, but I'm glad that he's supremely confident. I'm glad that he's supremely confident in this fight, because he's gonna have to have supreme. But I don't think he's gonna go in there and lay an egg like Jamil and just hang it up. I don't think he does that. But like Blanca, he was just in there trying not to get knocked out. But it's a lot, man. I just don't want this to leave a stain on Terrence Crawford's resume, or because he's put on, he has, his legacy is a good legacy, and you 2-time undisputed champion, you the biggest fight you won, so he has a nice legacy. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, and I don't want this, to be, if he hangs it up, he goes out there and lose, because if he loses to Canelo, I'm pretty sure, okay, he's gonna go back down and try to get a win, and what if he loses again? It's then he's just, he's fighting for the love of, you don't want to see that. I want him to, just hang it up at the right time. But I don't think this is smart, but I'm gonna root for him for sure. So, this if you ask me, you gotta ask 2 people who LOE Visuals think gonna win and who TO's think gonna win. That's 2 answers. That's LOE Visuals. I'm on Canelo, but TO, we is riding with Crawford. And when I'm watching the fight, I'm not LOE Visuals. I'm definitely not gonna be LOE Visuals when I'm watching the fight. I'm gonna be TO. And TO is definitely gonna be room for Crawford to somehow get it done and put a rabbit out the hat. But it's gonna be tough. He's gonna, the soon to be he's getting this is Terrence Crawford's, retirement bag. And why can't he get this bag? He thinks he deserves it. They was gonna give this fight to Spence. Spence doesn't have the accolades of Terrence Crawford, So Spence was gonna get this fight, but Spence is the more natural welterweight. So that's probably why they was, but that was gonna seal Spence. Oh, if Spence wouldn't have lost to Terrence Crawford. They was gonna sell his older turn to Canelo, and Canelo was definitely gonna oblige. So why not take the Terrence Crawford fight? You know, that's just what I think. You're gonna take Earl Spence. You should take Terrence Crawford. But yeah, it's getting late. It's about to be 1. You know, we chopped it for an hour. I don't want to keep y'all up too late. I love you guys, man, for pulling up and tapping in with me. If y'all subscribe, I'm definitely be going live. Y'all can check my videos out. I do a lot, you know, I be on here. But shout out to y'all for pulling up and tapping in. I love you guys. I'm super grateful and thankful that you guys support me. Trust me, I'm not one of those, you know, big headed YouTubers. I'm a cool dude, you know. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all didn't have to be here. Shout out to y'all for that. But I love you guys. I'm gonna definitely put the live back up so y'all can watch it again if y'all want to. But in case y'all missed it or didn't see anything, it'll be up for y'all in real soon. But I love you guys. Make sure I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the post and hit that bell if y'all want to see if I'm live. I love you guys so much. I'm out.